So, yesterday, I got a phone call. I want you to know that you are going to see very few posts from me or any of your Blaze family in your Facebook news feed moving forward, and you deserve to know why. Tucker Carlson had the release of the January 6th footage, and I spoke to Tucker Carlson, and we posted the video to Facebook so you could see it in case you missed. Well, yesterday, we got a note on our page. This contains partly false information checked by independent fact checkers. See why. So then we got a notice, partially false information in a post shared by your page contains same information as a post checked by independent fact checkers. It may have small differences, but the fact checkers at PolitiFact say information about the post shared by Glenn Beck is partially false. To stop the spread of fake news, we've added a notice to your post. Okay, fine. Well, man, we started talking about it. And we started looking into it. And here's what the propagandists tell us is a fake post. They sent us a warning. Several said that my page is now going to be reduced in distribution because of this false information. What is false? In the video, Stu, you lying liar, how you lie all the time. We discussed the curious case of Ray Epps, the man who was seen egging on the January 6th protesters. He did it the night before. He did it the day of. He was seen on videotape doing it. He was seen whispering in the ear of somebody just before that somebody went and pushed back the police. He then wrote a note to his nephew saying, I orchestrated it. He was on the top 5 most wanted list. And then suddenly everything's okay. And the New York Times writes this glowing piece about how Ray Epps is he's a good guy and everybody needs to leave him alone. What? Okay, so we brought this up. But the lying hacks at PolitiFact admitted that, yes, Epps did send the text. However, it's mostly false. Why? Because Ray Epps testified to the January 6th committee that he didn't really mean it. I didn't. Oh, thank goodness you've let me know that. You know, what's weird is I remember if anybody would post that Glenn Beck isn't a racist, they would probably fact check that because, I was a racist for saying on television that I thought Obama was a racist. However, even though my career and everything else was smeared by these lying fatheads, and they still smear me today on this, even though I said the very next sentence, no, that's not right. I don't mean that. I just mean he seems to have some, okay? I said, no, he's not a racist. That's not right. But did I get a break for that? But Ray Epps, a guy who was on the FBI most wanted list, who's seen doing all the things that are illegal, inciting violence. That's illegal. Inciting violence. They just take his word for it. And that doesn't raise anybody's eyebrows? Nobody's like, oh, no. We know so much about Ray Epps. He's a good guy. Wait, wasn't he like one of the big, Grand Dragons or whatever it is for Oath Keepers? Haven't you smeared Oath Keepers and said they are the worst? They're worse than Donald Trump. Okay, but he was running it. And yet you believe that he didn't mean it. Oh, okay. What? That's why I said yesterday, when they said, all you have to do is issue a correction and take it back, and we'll get rid of all of the penalties, all of them, and you'll be allowed to be read by your people, and it will be great. I said, go screw yourself. I am not changing my opinion. I am not changing the facts. Those are the facts. You let the American people decide if they should take Ray Epps at his word or not. What, the January 6th committee, which yesterday admitted that they hadn't watched the tapes. They're going to be the arbiter of truth. Now government is the arbiter of truth. Do you know why we have a First Amendment? It's not so I can say things, out on the street corner. It's so I can question what's going on in Washington. That is not just my right. It is my duty to question the government. Something's not right. These people are no more than propagandists, liars, malignant, despicable liars. So when I was given the option of the correction, I said no. But then the Blaze was notified that, well, that'll affect more than just you, Glenn. Facebook says they have to hit all. I mean, they're gonna have to hit Steve Deace too. Why? What did Steve have to do with it? Well, you all work together at the Blaze, so everybody is going to have to pay that price. And so I said to the Blaze, well, I know where I stand, but I don't want everybody else to pay the price. So you do whatever you want. And they laughed. Oh, we're telling them to go to hell. I just wanted you to know. Okay. All right. The media, they are drowning. The next thing that you're going to see them do, mark my words, they are going to try to get government money to keep their head above water. They're not going to be able to make it anymore. There are more people listening to me on my radio show than there are watching cable news right now. That's insanity. That is a national cable network that is in 95% of the homes. Nobody's watching it. Thus, with nobody watching, they can't sell advertising. And without advertising, they can't pay the bills. But we're so darn important. I'm telling you, you watch. They will start getting money from the government. And then you'll be able to trust them for sure. Because everybody questions the person who's giving them money to stay alive. We are in the battle of good and evil, truth and lies. There is no neutral anymore. Either you fight for the truth or you enable lies. We're about to go into some of our biggest battles we've ever had, and I've had big battles. I would like to ask you to become a BlazeTV subscriber today. You are truly the lifeblood of everything we do. Without you, we are at the complete mercy of big tech. We are at the complete mercy that someone will throw us a bone and give us a break. I don't want a handout. I want equal justice. I want my First Amendment rights, not just as... I'm going to use this word because the head of the San Francisco Inquirer, we had an argument about it, and he insisted I was a journalist. And I said, no, I'm a commentator. You're a journalist. Okay, then I want my First Amendment rights as a journalist to be able to question and be heard. I don't really give a flying crap what they do. I don't. I have faith in you. I bet 10, 12 years ago on you. I knew that I would not be able to make it for long and keep my soul in that cesspool that's called cable news. I knew I would not be able to keep my soul. So what do? Well, they all said, go out on your own, do a podcast. I didn't think a podcast was enough. I think we needed to build something that would have some legs that would be able to stand and eventually replace them. So I started the Blaze. Oh, I was crazy. Nobody's going to do that. Our reach now is far bigger than it was when I was at Fox. Me personally, my show personally, is at its zenith. But things aren't all in one place like they used to be. This is why the press just ignores Joe Rogan. Oh, he's just on one of those internet things. But they know the power of Joe Rogan. They know the power of the Blaze. And now they can't take it, so now they have to rig the system again. They don't like fair play. They don't like competition. Because when you're lying, people eventually figure it out. And we've figured them out. America has figured them out. I bet on you 12 years ago. And I've told you that we took advertising, we did everything else because we needed to build it, and we needed you to subscribe because if everything is pulled out from underneath us, if we're not serving you and giving you the information you need, well, then we deserve to go off. But we work hard every day. And I know you work hard for your money. But just the information I believe we gave you this week alone is worth the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks. I'm done. Would you please go to blazetv.com/Glenn and join us? I told my team to activate the code will not be censored. It'll be worth $20 off your annual subscription. This code's only going to be active for the next few days. Help us fight against big tech and government censorship. They have no right to claim the truth. They are not the arbiters of the truth. These people have lied over and over and over again. Join us at blazetv.com/Glenn. Use again the promo code will not be censored and save $20.